Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be doing a season update. We are finally at war. So with that, let's get straight into this. So I'm going to start off, well, first of all, with what day it is. It is day 16. Chapter 8 passes opened up 12 hours ago. At the time of recording. So with that, let's go into the map. So as you can see, the map is more or less blue and red in most of the map. So we spawned as Linden, if you can tell. So we spawned in Blue Mountains, went through Edador, came through Arnor on the White Mountains to come up to the south, Rivaheen, where we are currently fighting Mordor. So up in the north we have Angmar and Lothlorien fighting. We are up here. This pin has been going on for 6 days with a head of red and yellow, with 1.1 million participants and 388,000 deaths. Then this pin at the south has been going on for 4 days, 11.8 million participants, 3.8 million deaths, with red and yellow on top again. Then you've got these two pins up in Dale, going for 7 hours, 255, 87. And 11, 1.1, and then 429,000 deaths between Mordor and Edador. So the last season update, Edador was still holding, I believe they're still holding both Rhûn and Mordor back over here. So Erebor was pushed in to Iron Hills from Rhûn as Mordor came around, and pushed in as they went to go repel Rhûn. So it looks to be that they are going very far down into the east. It looks to be that they will be at Rhûn's capital in a couple days. They might be falling back to defend their own lands, but hopefully we'll be able to take off a little pressure on them. So then we've got this pin down here, small pin, 7 hours between Arnor and Gondor. 437,000 participants, 136,000 deaths. So then we got this one that's kind of been just a lot smaller of a pin for between us, or Linden and Mordor, with 3 hours, 253,000 participants, and then about 100,000 deaths. And then we got this one, another smaller pin, 15 hours, 270, and then 87. Then we got this one, 3 hours, 633,000 participants, 222,000 deaths. Then we have this one. This one's been on for 19 hours. So if you can tell, most of these pins are very short time. The fighting between Linden and Mordor started after the passes had opened, I believe. It might have started a couple hours before with this 19-hour pin. But yes, we've got a 6.8 million participants pin between Warg and Hay, with Lota and Rock supporting, and then Bait and Poke supporting as well. Also with 2.4 million deaths. So deaths. Then we have this one in the Immanuel, same area, but a little bit farther back, closer to the keep. Going for 2 days. They're also a little bit small, friendly PvP, or at least some PvP, just so we're not all just farming. Because we've been farming for about 16 days already. So it is 2.5 million participants, 888,000 deaths, with Warg, Bait on top, and then Linden, and then Poke at the bottom. So I believe that is most of the pins. So I want to talk a little bit about what happened in the map since the last update. So as you can see, Mordor has kind of stretched out. They have not taken the two keeps. I believe Eastbright, and then Gardlands. So they did take Barzegler, obviously this, yesterday. Just I'm assuming they could easily take the pass up here. So as you can see, they are small fighting up here, but most of their efforts seem to be down with Linden, with a small force still up in Erebor. That is what it appears to be. Nothing has really fallen yet else in Erebor, but it seems to be most of Mordor is fighting down in the south. Yes, I'm not complaining whatsoever. We're getting fights, we're having fun. We finally aren't bored. So with that, I'm going to go into the leaderboards. So, okay, this is actually kind of sad. So I'm at 94th. I was in the top 50 a couple hours ago, But then most of my tiles started being taken. That's because most of them are in brown ones, I believe. But yes, so in number 1, we have a duck from Hay with 52,000 affluence. Then we have Red Rocker from Rock in 2nd with 51. Eliason from Hay with 51. Then we have Beer in 4th with 49. Then we got Jon Snow in 5th with 48. Then I'm going to just call out the rest, but not going to say what affluence they have. So then you get Tommy from Loda. You got Shadow from Mule. You got Wild Rider from Rock. You got this Chinese Japanese person from Warg. Then you got another Duck from Rock. Actually, yeah, I got a Duck from Duck in Rock. You got another Duck in YOLO. Then you have Shady in Hay. You have Pythimus in Pythimus in 13th. You have Grove in 14th. Chaos in 15th. Gradius in 16th. Themion in 18th. Aeson in 18th. Another Chinese or Japanese name that I cannot pronounce in 19th. Then we have Dwarfdurin in 20th. We have Biriru in 21st. Reven in 22nd. Sir in 23rd. Zeeth in 24th. Then Darth Bones in 25th. Then I'm going to skim through the top 50, calling out names that I know. Studley, Army of the One, Lorian Stethmix, Stone, AP, very nice. So the top 50 is 39. I was sitting in 50 when I went to bed last night, but when I woke up, I believe I was about 48th. I don't know, I assume someone's tiles been taken, or they're dropping tiles for war. But now I am in 94th and still dropping. So then we're going to go into the fellowship boards. I'm making you wait to see the merit boards. So these numbers have changed in the last day or so. So it was, as of last night, it was Hay in 1st, Rock in 2nd, and then Lota in 3rd. But ever since the wars started between Mordor and Linden, most of Linden's tiles that we took from Mordor had fallen back to Mordor, just because they were in Mordor's side of the territory. They just cut off the crossings, and then they could pretty much farm free. So, Warg on top has 3 million, Hay has 2.8, so does Rock, Poke has 2.5, as well as Lota. YOLO has 2.3, Null from Arnor with 2.1, Uluf, with, I'm actually very surprised, still has 2 million, from Erebor. Then we got Filippo for the Free People in Lothlorien with 2. We have Raid from Ingmar with 2 as well. We have Whip in 11th with 1.9. We have Meg with 1.8 from Rune. We have Beta with 1.7 from Mordor, and then we have 9. We have 9 with 1.6 and 14th from Rune, and then we have Phoenix with 1.5 in Erebor. The merit awards. So Vader and Army of the One are on top. Very good job, guys. Army of the One is actually in Angmar, so it's very nice to see someone on Angmar sitting 2nd on the leaderboard, tied for 1st in merit. Absolutely great. So in 1st place, or first, also tied for 1st, we have Vader and Army of the One. We're both with 1.5. Then we have Kalazir with 1.2, Johnny with 1.2 as well, Naldorian with 1.2, Ruslamane with 1.1, Iron Shaker with 1.1, and then this warrior guy, Warg Dementor, with 1 man as well. So I'm just going to skim through the rest of them, and yes, Shadow, Other, very nice, Cairo, yes, another Naldorian, Other Son, very good. This guy is very annoying to fight, the Beowulf. I did try to, earlier in the season, we were sort of, had a little bit of a fight between Linden and Ingmar. I think at Finn, it's not. So that's gonna be a lot shorter. So this one was up against Dark from Raid. As you can see, the exact same level commanders. So I'm gonna go through this. He's got a Respect for Witch King with nice gear. He's got the Orthancs Devilry, the accessory slot. Other than that, absolutely great. We have a Croon. Always love to see a Croon. Not very. Well, I'd say he might be coming in more useful as people are really turning to more non-meta troops or commanders, just to kind of play around, see what's going on. Then we also have a R6 Shadow with very nice gear, mix of best in slot purple and gold. Very nice. Then we have a Respect 3 Saruman with, again, best or first and second place in gold and purple for focus damage dealers. So, and I'm gonna go through my gear, pretty much been the same most of the season. Frodo has best in slot tank gear. Gimli, I did switch between Gimli and Dane's gear. I don't know who's gonna have the gold gear at the moment. I'm still deliberating on that, and then so on. So if you enjoyed Lord of the Rings Rise to War content, or you just want to see how the server goes, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I will be putting out more Rise to War videos here in the near future. So with that, as always, play hard, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.